Well, thanks everyone for joining us. My wife Nancy sitting next to me. She is going to operate the control panel tonight for this incredible presentation. I hope is going to be incredible for all of you. We're up here in Canada right
Having
now.
a snowstorm.
Snowstorm, which is fine. We're indoors building a business, and that's the beautiful part of this type of industry is you can do it from anywhere. You can do it from your phone, your laptop, your iPad. You can do it from a trade show, a marketplace. Ultimately, what we do is we teach a concept called point, click, and share, and that's what I'm going to touch on tonight, hopefully for 20 minutes, and then open it up with some of you. I'm hoping with your hand up, so we know who I'd like to take off mute. Who's got a testimonial on something that they bought from Collect Direct that kind of wowed you, and you went out and went to the market and couldn't believe it? I mean, you just all of a sudden somebody said, "Yeah, I'll buy that," and before you know it, like I saw today in our Facebook group. Somebody said, "Man, I got a KISS card, and I paid X number of dollars for my dugout program, and before you know it, I got all my money back just for that one item." The stories like that, I'd love for you to share if you have anything like that without exaggerating. That would be fantastic. So if you want to put your hand up, do that, and we'll bring you on at the end in our recording and let you share your story. So with that said, what I was hoping to do tonight is open your eyes to the industry, open your eyes to the potential of what Dave Jordan, our CEO out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and his wife Joyce are bringing to the table. And when I say bringing to the table, it's pretty fascinating because as I share my screen, as I always like to do, I like to basically go through a bit of a PowerPoint with an overview. And just a thumb up there, Jim, if you can see that, just to make sure I'm on the right screen. Jim, see your face up there at the top. Okay, Jimmy, good. Okay, so folks, our mission is to bring the past to the future. And for a lot of you, once you're into this company, you start understanding what that means. It's exciting because there's so many people that love to go back in time. And our treasure chest of items that are in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, in multiple warehouses and in vaults of different parts of locations that Dave has them throughout the United States are fascinating because there's so many people that want this stuff. So there's not a lot of convincing going on. So I'm going to take you on a little bit of a journey through the industry and help you understand a little bit about, what's going on in the nature of the world direct sellers industry. Names that you are familiar with, starting in the 50s and the 60s, companies that have been around forever. The Avons, the Mary Kay, the pink Cadillac. I think my mom was an Avon lady, and then my mom actually did Tupperware. And so all of these things have been around for a long time. And the numbers you see on the right are the amount of agents in the world participating in those companies, which is fascinating because for the most part, that's the numbers in the United States only. But globally, there's a massive amount of people in this industry. 69 million people in Asia, and just in North America alone, look at that, 33 million people. Big numbers, right? Big numbers, because what we love to share is the fact that this is a huge market, this cards market. Now, granted, we're not just a sports card company. We have all kinds of categories in Collect Direct. But how big is the market of just sports cards? Folks, there was a Regina, Saskatchewan basement find about 3 months ago where they found boxes of what turned out to be packages unopened of Wayne Gretzky potential cards unopened.
Rookie year.
And everybody said, "Oh, that's from his rookie year." Those cases sold for $3.7 million, if I'm right. Unbelievable on the auction. People want this stuff because it's capitulating and they're not making more. It's kind of like land, right? They always say real estate is such a great investment because they're not making anymore. Well, in the sports card business, we now have a partner in our owner, Dave Jordan, who's creating a grading company called Collect Direct. Now, inside of this company, and this is our ad for today for those of you to get invited, this is a Connor Bedard card. Now, Dave's got 30 of these. Once they're gone, they're gone. Now, we posted it today. Dave said, "Go ahead. Want you all to get a chance." And there'll be more of this stuff. So if you go to Collect Direct and you go to the collectibles site, you're going to see multiple new Collect Direct graded cards from all kinds of areas being added regularly. Not just sports, but other things like Elvis and Kiss and AC/DC, or some country western star, or Barbies, or Pokemon, or whatever. Why am I sharing that with you? Because what gets me so darn excited is that not only Are we a company that's at the beginning of what I believe is a skyscraper being built right before our eyes, but we're also part of a grading company coming to life with some of the best graders that Dave could get on his company. And now he's grading his portfolio that he's been collecting for over 40 years. Now, why is that exciting for you and I? Why? Because, folks, there are grading companies just recently that just got bought out by one of the biggest ones in the world because they can't keep up. Folks, I did the research today for all of you. Think about this. In some of these companies, you can send your cards you get in your box break or your package. They'll grade them, sleeve them for you, and send them back. Well, guess what? There's so much interest in the world. It's growing so rapidly, they couldn't keep up. So a company acquired another, and before you know it, this industry is growing before our eyes. But here comes our owner and CEO, Dave Jordan. He starts a collecting grading company, plus he's bringing 40 years of all of his millions and millions and millions of items worth millions and millions and millions of dollars to us, for us to point, click, and share his inventory and have a chance to make rewards. And I'm going to go through a bit of that. But the market that we're talking about is massive, right? The global collectible market is like 458 billion, expected to be $1 trillion. Folks, I don't know of any other industry out there that gives you a chance to be at the beginning stages, no competition, category creator that lets you say, hey, I'm just going to learn how to point, click, and share somebody else's inventory and see if I can get a return on that point, click, and share effort I made. Folks, eBay alone is generating millions and millions of transactions in the collectible space. There's over 200 million Americans doing some form of collecting. All of this is being shared for you to understand just the facts, right? So enter Collect Direct, a company that is designed around bringing the past to the future and allowing you to learn how to share collectibles. Now, throughout this journey, we plan on giving you an opportunity to let people take a look for free. And then those people choose to get involved for $9.98 one time annually. That's a year membership to allow you then to learn how to point, click, and share, for you to start acquiring collectibles, put in your own personal time capsule. Before you know it, who knows what it could be worth one day. No guarantee, but also no guarantee you'll make any money. But the beautiful part of this is that you have a chance. And I love the word chance because you know what, this is a sad number, folks, but in the US, like 6-7 years ago, one of the numbers I read was there was $117 billion lost gambling in the US alone. And that is a terrible number because people love chance, but they didn't get anything for that. Well, in our market, you could build a collectible time capsule and give it down to your grandkids or whoever, and who knows what it's worth. That's what excites me. So you got to learn this concept, point, click, share. You got to get your head around the fact that we have all of these categories, including, of course, sports, that you can point, click, and share from, or shop all of them. And as you go forward, here's our program, $29.98. Think about this for a second. Collect Direct grades their own cards. Folks, I'm already being told by some of the people that are getting some of our cards, they're selling them for double and triple and quadruple what they got. And Dave's often doing promotions where he gives you a free one, buy one, get one free. Like he's currently doing if you pick one of the 7 BOGO categories, right? Buy one, get one free. You get one random from that category and another one free. Folks, I just got mine and I got a Gretzky, right? I wanted the Gretzky, and I also got the 50 Club. And this is a graded card by Collect Direct, numbered, that I'm able to, do what I want with. Build my time capsule, give it to my kids, whatever. I love the concept of taking this massive inventory and sharing it around the globe. And folks, currently we're in Canada, United States, and Australia, but the company's philosophy is to go wherever we can ship to as we get our ducks lined up perfectly. And it's been a challenge. And here's one of the challenges. As you look at each of these products that are here, just examples of, can you imagine being able to go up to somebody and say, hey, would you like a Patrick Mahomes rookie card? And the person says, oh, I love Patrick Mahomes. He plays for the Kansas City Chiefs, the team that Taylor Swift hangs around with. I mean, you would hear that because that's the world we're in right now. She's dating one of the players. But think about this. You could just find the link on your personal website that you spent $9.98, look for the little chain link next to the $, and click on it. Then copy that link, put your username in your system. I removed mine so you don't go and send me an order. That's where that little white box is there. So whatever your username is, you paste the link into an email, a text, or some form of distribution to a friend of yours and say, hey, I want to send you a Patrick Mahomes card to look at my business. Are you open to an opportunity that's about to launch and go global? Who's going to say no to that? You can use these things as lead generators if you choose to build that way. Look, I know myself in my traditional business, I spend $60, $70 per lead on the customers I don't even know with Facebook, marketing, TV, and radio to get them to come into my store to hope they'll buy. So I know that it costs money to generate business. In our business, you just got to learn the concept of point, click, and share. You have to go to the top of that, honey, and get to the admin side there. So I wanted you to just think about what I'm sharing with you, and then go one step further, right? And here's the next step further: comic books, millions of comic books that Dave has in his collection. You know what? You could buy 10 comic books for $29.98. That's what's fascinating to me. So it's not just, you can just actually go up to the.
I have it. It says joining, and it's just saying.
No problem. So, folks, 10 comic books for $29.98. Now, why do I share that with you? Because comic books are a big category. And if any of you had bought some comic books and did the look-see, if you put your hand up, which I see nobody volunteering right now, you could share. I know some of you say, man, I can't believe what I got when I sold some of these comic books. Personally, behind me, we've got Beanie Babies that I bought from Dave, and one of them is the Lady Di. I think my average cost on Lady Di was $10. And I looked online, I couldn't believe what it was worth. Why do I share that? Because it's just beginning. When you look at what's coming, when Saturday comes along and Dave starts talking more and more about the vault going live and what's in there, it's not just $29.98 items, million, 100,000, 10,000, 1,000, $200, $500, lots of items are planned to be in there. And if you learn how to point, click, and share a link from your website to the vault, and if somebody bought something from the vault, you will get paid a commission on that sale to be taught to you very shortly once it launches. Now, why do I want you excited about the fact you have a massive collector? Some say one of the largest independent collectors in the world that is allowing you to point, click, and share his inventory to the world so you can make what we call a retail reward or a fast start, because it's exciting, never been done before, and it's an eye-opener. Folks, I know this number works. If I chose to build my business with our concept, which is to spend my $9.98 to be a member, and then go and buy a $29.98 item, which I would recommend you do to start qualifying yourself, and then bring in a person. 2 people is the goal. So you're perfectly qualified with one person on team 1 and team 2. You're ready to point, click, and share. And anything after that will start generating rewards to you and volume generated. I know the math, folks. That's 12 times $29.98 if you stayed qualified every month. That's under $400 to be in business with somebody like Dave Jordan, who right now is marketing all of his products to the generations that are out there. Baby boomers, Gen X's, millennials, Gen Zs. Folks, look at the dates on this. See the category you're in, and then imagine how somebody's going to get to you in marketing. And Dave has hired one of the best ad companies out there to create a marketing arm to lead generate for him based on his company called Collectaway. Now, Collectaway is a company that will actually lead to the credibility and branding of Collect Direct. Think about what I just said. Our cards are not called Collect Away. They're called Collect Direct. You, for $9.98, are a partner participant in Collect Direct. So every time he says, here's my cards, go look at my home-based business, Collect Direct, the marketing will drive people from these different generations. Sorry. So what you want to look at are these edge spreads. I did it for you, folks. Do you know that the direct sellers industry, 93% of this category is in the 3 categories that are the most interested to be on social media? And that's where we're marketing the bulk of our marketing to. From the 25-year-old all the way up, that makes up 93%. If you go back and you do your own math and look at the dates here, from the baby boomers, and then cut that out, look at Gen X, millennials, and Gen Zs, that market right there is 93%. And we're going after that. And guess what, folks? Part 2 of our training on how to market to this is happening 2 weeks from now on a Saturday with Terry Reckner, who did a fantastic job training. So you're not alone. Guess what you get for your $9.98? Training for free from the real deal, people that know what they're talking about. Now, When it's all said and done, this is how you get paid. You go out and team build, you coach a little bit, and you repeat that to members, and you get customer rewards. That's it. That's our program. And overall, once you understand the concept of people buying things like comic books, I mean, here's one thing I bought for my son because he's a Jurassic Park nut. It's the original magazine with the cards I didn't open, and he was jacked. He thought that was exciting. You know how excited he was, Nancy, in Jurassic Park growing up.
Absolutely.
So we've been doing lots of that soul searching, going to our history. There's pictures of us in front of the Mr. Incredible family. Well, then we go on to Collect Direct and we find all the Mr. Collectible figures. We buy that. Pez dispensers. Folks, it's unlimited. But at the beginning, I said, how big is the sports cards industry? And I want you all to understand something. It's unlimited where it's going, and you're part of it. And as we look at companies buying others out, and as we look at our industry growing to what we expect to be $1 trillion at some point in the next 7, 8, 9 years, you're all here at the very beginning. So I'm excited, folks. I'm excited that Connor Bedard has been offered today. He's one of the up-and-coming stars in hockey. You could be one of the first 30 people to get one of those if you choose to buy the $29.98 offer that's there. But here's what I want you to know about that. It's the first ones, again, in the Collect Direct graded family. That in itself is history. That in itself is a time capsule. So I'm looking for some people to share. That was like 20 minutes, 16 minutes. I'm looking for a few minutes of sharing of things you bought, you might have bought that you went, wow, I couldn't believe it. I've had lots of you do that. David, what have you bought that you found, I couldn't believe it? And then you want to share that with all of us. Go ahead, David. You got to unmute yourself, my friend.
I'd just like to share real quick that my background's law enforcement, and I have a friend that was a deputy in a county where I worked, and he had a collection of patrol cars. Well, unbeknownst to me, Dave has a very large collection of police cars, and I'm collecting all the highway patrol cars because I'm a highway patrol nut. But anyway,
Thank you for
I'm
serving.
collecting these, but I don't have a South Dakota. So if you have any influence with Dave, if you could dig out of South Dakota for me somewhere, that'd be great. But I tell you, the cars and what I want to say about this is this is really cool, but it's not junk. This is brand new. It's brand new. All of them are brand new. I've got them hung up here in my office. And, you know, it's not junk, ladies and gentlemen. This is brand new stuff. And
he's had it for over 40 years, some of this, David. That's what's amazing about it.
It's just, I just want to hats off to Collect Direct and everybody on the team. And I think
you're the best. Thank you. Appreciate it. Great talking with you the other day, too. Shane, I see your hand up. Go ahead, my friend.
Yes, sir. I just had a question. You mentioned to receive any of the possible 50 cards, you have to buy a $29.98 item. Is it the specific item at $29.98 or a multiple of getting items that cost that? Like if you were to get something that costs up to that, or does it have to be one of the $29.98 items to receive one of the free cards?
It's part of the $29.98 program for the free one. No, you pick a $29.98 item, you get the free one. That's how it's set up right now in our coding. Now down the road they might switch that, but right now we are struggling with getting our coding perfect, and that's the easiest way. So $29.98 item, you get a free one.
Okay, thank you for the clarification.
Awesome. Thanks, Shane. Go ahead. I see Todd. Go ahead, my friend.
Good day, Don. When I first came on board, I bought a pack, and I got a random Beanie Baby. And so just out of curiosity, I jumped onto eBay and typed in this certain Beanie Baby's name, and up this come, and it said something about there was something wrong with the tags, there was an incorrect, and that's why they were worth so much money. So I didn't want to pull this out of the plastic. I didn't really want to touch it. So I'm playing around. Eventually I put some gloves on, pulled it out and had a look at the tags. I went back and had a look. Mine was exactly the same as the ones that they had on eBay. Cheapest was $450 US. The dearest was $950 US for this one Beanie Baby. And I can guarantee you the tags on mine were 100 times better than the tags that were on this because they hadn't been touched. They were crispy white. The little gold heart around the outside wasn't chipped, nothing like that at all. So I'm keeping that one. I'm looking at with my business. I've got 2 granddaughters and I've got 3 grandsons. So my first couple of orders, I ordered 2 Barbies they're going to be put away for the girls.
That's
And then I'll be looking for boys' stuff. So to me, they're going to have treasure chests for themselves when Poppy's well and truly gone. They'll be given those parcels.
You know what, Todd? It's been, you and I have been in business now, for a long time. And this is fun because exactly what you said. What, Nancy, you've talked about it. It's a family thing. Go ahead, maybe share your thoughts on that.
Well, and it's really interesting because any other business that Don and I have ever done, when we start talking about what we're doing, the kids just drone us out. And this is the very first time that what we're doing is something that they go, what?
I'm the same. I'm the same, Nancy. I've got 3 daughters.
Yeah.
I've got twin girls that are 33. My eldest is 38. They've been never interested in anything that I've done before. What'd you get this month, Dad? What'd you get? What'd you get? So
Curiosity.
it is a different business compared to, as say, anything out there.
You know what? Thanks for your time, Todd. And you know what? I'm looking at some of the
Okay.
chats here, and Len, for example, if you want to come off, you made a great comment there about ordering a Pete Rose card, Len. I don't know if you want to. Maybe I caught you off guard. Do you want to come off mute, Len Chappelle? La Chapelle? No? Okay, I'll just read what you said. Bought a Pete Rose card, and Dave sent me a Babe Ruth card for free. I mean, if you're a baseball fan, how good can it get, right? You got 2 of the best ones there. I've heard story after story of that sort of thing happening in our sum. Patrick, go ahead. I see your hand up.
Yeah, Don, 2 things. I got my last store, I got the 10 comics for $29.98. The very first one I pulled out, I did some research on it, and one comic was worth $15, while the rest were worth almost $4 each. So that's the consistency I've been seeing in the comics, at least $4. I got 10 comics for $30, it's $3 each. So I'm either going to make $1 per comic, or in this one case, one comic is worth $15. So that was a home run, in my opinion.
Absolutely. It's a great story because who knows what that could be worth 10 years from now, right?
Right.
If you were to use that as a legacy piece for you in your lifetime, right now, to say, here's what I've got down the road. And then somebody opens up that box 20, 30, 40 years from now, what could it be worth? They're not making any more of those. That's the fun thing about this, isn't it?
Yeah, I want to clarify one other thing. I think Shane's question was, what does he have to do to get the free card?
Okay, well, you've got
It's,
lots of, so go
it's
ahead and
not,
explain it in your words.
it's not buying a $29.98 item. It's buying the March Madness BOGO. We're going to get two cards randomly picked. So you don't get to pick a card this month on the
Okay.
BOGO.
Thank you, Patrick. Last month, he did a promo where you could pick a card and they sent you a free random one. You're right. This month's BOGO is go to the category you choose, baseball, whatever. They're going to send you 2 random, and they're going to be graded high-level cards out of that category. You're right, Patrick. Sorry, you're exactly right. That's how the BOGO is working for the March Madness promotion. Thank you. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Anybody else? Go ahead. Anybody else want a story to share about something they've received? Debbie, others that are excited. Debbie, I see you buying little odds and ends, and you love doing trade shows and sharing the trinkets everywhere and getting people to come in and bring their past to your story. Stephen, go ahead. I can see your hand up. Go ahead, Stephen. Share your story.
I've been buying the Team Up With Us and getting 100 cards for $29.98, and I've been advertising them on eBay, and this sold one for $1, and then I put my postcard in to send them to my website, and that's starting to work for me.
So that's exactly what one of your upline leaders would have shared originally, which was using eBay as a lead generator by using what we call a postcard it's called collectdirectcards.com, and you can go into that card base and actually buy the cards and staple or not staple, attach a card to it, give it to the person, or mail on eBay the item they purchased from you, and then send your card there, and the QR code leads them to your website. So that's a great story. Collectdirectcards.com. Good way to promote your business. Thanks for your share there. I appreciate that. Thank you. Anybody else? I'd love to hear from, let's just say 2 more minutes, and then we're going to wind this down. Anybody else got anything else they want to share? Going?
There's some in the chat.
Well,
You're getting the chats.
If I can,
Len apologizes. He lost his voice.
Jeannie Reynolds, go ahead. You have to unmute yourself, Jeannie.
Okay.
There you go.
That's better.
Yeah.
No, I'm hard of hearing, so I miss things sometimes. What is the card that we're supposed to order to get
Well-
one for you? There's 30 of them?
So you go in the shop collectibles list there, and you'll get to the March Madness list of categories. Pick a category, and you'll get 2 from that category randomly sent to you, both graded with Collectrek slabs, and obviously going to be some high quality cards that no telling what they're worth. But you know what? It's all part of Dave's philosophy is to get the chance of getting something pretty cool in your free one, right? So that's how that works.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Got time for another one. Anybody else want to come off mute? Folks, Connor Bedard is an exciting hockey player that just came to the league. You have a chance to get some of that early right now. I congratulate those of you that did. There are some people that are already saying that down the road, that card, not this one, some of the other ones that are coming in down the pipeline could be worth a crazy amount. Not these ones. We don't know. There's no guarantee. But I wanted you to have enough information tonight to get your head around this industry. It's not going anywhere without you or with you. It takes you to participate. So you choose what you want to do, get in where you fit in, and there's different ways you can do that. But tonight was all about just sharing a little bit. I hope you got something out of it. I'm going to get this recording off, folks. Hopefully I post this within, I don't know, call it 20 minutes, and you can share it if you like. So hopefully
And
you
I
enjoyed
made
it.
a note to tell Dave about that South Dakota police cruiser.
Yes. Yeah. No, we will reach out to him. That's pretty exciting. His dad was a police officer in
Yeah.
Chicago. I think you probably knew that, Dave. So that's pretty cool. Thanks for sharing that with us as well.
I have the car.
There you go, from Chicago. Thanks again. Okay, everyone, take care. I'm going to turn the recording off. I'll stay around for any extra questions if you like. So thanks for joining us tonight. Don't forget, Saturday at noon Central Time, Dave's going to share some incredible new information for all of you. See you on that one. And watch out for his gift giving he does every Saturday as well. So thanks for joining us.